Stand-up comedy, your host and MC presents Comedy Appeteasers, a podcast where you will find short comedy sets, stories, and funny bits from the famous and not so famous. Here is your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Hi, and thanks for joining me on Comedy Appeteasers, a special short-form comedy show where I get a chance to share some funny material in a short amount of time, and I have a treat for you. Ever been to the dentist? Well, when you're a stand-up comic and you go to the dentist, you end up with some material either way, right? So, a good friend of mine out of Tennessee, Mack Dryden, used to be part of the comedy team Mack and Jamie. They had the TV show Comedy Break, huge success. Mack has gone solo. He's not only a very talented public speaker and an author, but he's doing a solo comedy career, and this material is taken from one of his shows. So I know you'll enjoy it. In fact, look for him on Dry Bar Comedy. That's Mack Dryden on Dry Bar Comedy. Okay, all right, Mack's at the dentist, and here's how it goes. Enjoy.
Of course, the older we get, the more health issues we have to deal with, of course. I had to get a crown in recently, and for those of you who have not had that unique delight yet, it's a much bigger project than getting a cavity filled. First of all, they have to grind away about a half an acre of your skull. And so they have to deaden you completely from the third rib all the way up. All the way. Otherwise, halfway through the procedure, you would reach up on that tray and grab a sharp thing and just, can't take this. And so when I walked out of there, you know how you feel. It's just, my head, I couldn't feel anything. My head felt like a pot roast, kind of balanced on my shoulder. My tongue felt like a 2-pound salami in a wool sock. So when I got in my car, I wanted to get home as quickly and safely as I possibly could, get into my PJs and start that bourbon IV, And so I get 2 blocks, and I realize school has just let out, and I'm behind the school bus. Oh, boy, I'm getting steamed watching other people's lumbering, sluggish children taking their time getting across the street. Yeah, I'm ready to blow, and finally they take a right, get out of the way, and I left a little editorial comment. Yeah, he got me. Right away, pulled me right over. License, registration. He said, Mr. Dryden, do you realize you were in a school zone when you popped that little wheelie back there? No, sir, I'm so sorry. That was just a really stupid thing to do. But, of course, what came out was, I'm so sorry. That was what a really stupid thing to do. He said, excuse me, and I'm thinking, instead of that dental floss and the toothbrush they gave me, they should have given me a card that said, I've just come from the dentist and my mouth is really numb. But of course I had to tell him, but my mouth was really numb. He said, have you been drinking? I said, no, I thought I had the mouth. I'm stone cold sober. Look, I got a crown. He said, would you step out of the car, please, sir? I'm thinking, oh, great. If he makes me touch my nose, I won't feel it. I'll make a total mess of that, I'm getting out of the car. He's back there directing traffic around us, And I'm getting out, and I notice that I've got a 2-foot spit rope. handkerchief, an old T-shirt, anything, nothing. I got I got to wipe it on my jeans, so I'm doing that. He says, keep your hands where I can see them. He said, what's that? And I wanted to say, freshwater taffy. You want a little bit? I don't. I would have made it worse. I said, I just came from a dentist and my mouth was really dumb. And he said, did you just come from the dentist? I said, yes. And I hit him right under the badge with that glob. I couldn't believe it. And I reached him. I'm trying to wipe it off. I'm horrified. And that's when he pulled out the nightstick. Whang! Right in the top of my head. And I didn't feel a damn thing. I thought, man, is that all you got? Oh, boy. Those tasers are impressive, though, aren't they?
I don't know if ever going to the dentist has been this funny. Mack Dryden is not only a terrific stand-up comic, but a great writer who can turn a trip to the dentist office into something funny like that. I know you enjoyed it. I appreciate you listening to Comedy Appeteasers. If you get a chance, tell your family and friends, rate us if you can, and we'll be back next week with another short bit of stand-up comedy for you. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Comedy Appeteasers. Be sure to share with family and friends, and we will see you this Sunday for our regular podcast, your host and MC, and again next Friday for another episode of Comedy Appeteasers. Bye!